welcome to the Wrestling Fan at Wrestling Show on the big beefy boy Shaz Beef, joined by my fellow old buck in Morro. How are you, good sir?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Feeling good, yeah?
No, let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it.
I had people concerned about your endeavours last weekend. They said, would you not even just have a pickle with your pints and takeaway?
A pickle? What the fuck's a pickle going to do?
I don't know. It's maybe gut health.
Oh, let's not talk about gut health. This is why we're recording today and not 3 days ago.
Mark O'Dowd said it was his favourite podcast yet. He said it was the funniest one. The thoughts of you absolutely getting locked watching Kenta Kobashi matches.
Is there anything better to do to fall asleep to Kenta Kobashi? Chopping this shit out.
It's just like white noise in the background. It's just
It's Japanese commentator going ballistic.
Here, I got you something. Oh,
What's this?
our friend
shit.
Frankie Vendetta trading cards from toysupply.ie.
This is going into... So in January, I'm moving office.
Yeah.
To an official office.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this, because I'm going to move my stream setup, everything. My business is going to the office. I'm moving my stream setup, my records. It's all going to the office.
Nice.
This is going in.
That's the first one I've given away. I got given 100 of them.
Did you?
Yeah, they were
I got the very first one. What about Diane?
Well, like I have the 100 of them.
Yeah. Well, I got the first official Frankie Vendetta Toy Supply trading card.
Do you want me to get him to sign it for you at some stage?
No. Did he win last night?
I don't think so. No, I got it off him down in Kerry.
Yeah.
They didn't win. No.
Any chance this guy's going to win a fucking match anytime soon?
They lost to those big, bad, dirty BDE boys and Raven Creed.
Raven Creed. She wrestled twice yesterday.
Yeah, fair fuck her. She wrestled, drove an hour and a half in her gear. Came during the intermission, and the match was on after intermission. And intermission is about 15 minutes. She's a beast, man.
They were in Rebel County, were in the Pav, was it?
Yeah.
And then she drove to Killarney from the Pav, getting out of Cork City and everything on a Saturday evening.
Nuts.
Fucking hell, what a beast. Yeah.
But there's a good few wrestlers that have signed up
this
with
is fantastic. Like, I do want it signed by Frankie Vendetta.
I get him to sign it.
It's going into my new office.
Toy Supply trading cards. How's TEM going?
Oh, fantastic. Well, to be honest, the financial thing is really...
You're well in debt, man.
I got financial warnings on the 18-month mark.
No way.
Yeah, so I think I have 6. Now, I'm actually getting close to profitability. I'm so close.
No, you're not.
The sponsorship money's gone. It keeps going up.
Your workers' costs.
I know. Well, there is a show on the next episode with only 3 matches on it. Everyone's working a 20-minute match. It's just like I can only bring 6 workers.
I don't think you're going to go global. I think this is
we're going global.
I think the series is going to end.
Do you know what's killing me is actually, it's in the game, the local economy.
Yeah.
Our local economy is very weak, so it's hurting my ability.
Man. Well,
we're in a fucking recession.
We're on the precipice.
Of course, I'm the guy who starts a wrestling company in a recession. But it's fantastic. Lots of new talent. Matthew Willett-Smith debuted last week.
I was talking to him,
He's making a mark. I sent him a message the other day.
Yeah, no, I was talking to him about it yesterday. He goes, he says, like, sometimes I was talking to Carvin about you as well. So hi, Carvin, if you're listening. Because I used to say to him, I clip you up.
Yeah.
And it makes you sound worse than you actually are. But Carvin's like, no, I've listened. He sounds terrible. That man knows nothing about wrestling. But Matthew was like, yeah, I can get some of his points sometimes. So
Yeah. And I got him with a good one the other day there.
Yeah. 15 years kid.
Well, that was more of a Mark Henry comment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of Mark Henry, one of our clips did well, but it wasn't the Mark Henry one. It was the fucking...
Another Undertaker one.
Johnny Martz is the draw, man.
That's at 120k.
On TikTok. But hasn't even broke 1,000 on YouTube Shorts.
Well, I can never understand how this shit works.
I don't understand algorithms.
My GeoGuessr YouTube Shorts do more.
Fuck your plug. Don't be plugging your Morroverse.
The Morroverse. Say it again. The Morroverse.
Plugging the Morroverse.
My GeoGuessr Shorts do better than our wrestling ones off 1/100 of the same number of subscribers.
Mental.
I just don't understand how any of it works.
Wrestling's very niche, but so is GeoGuessr.
GeoGuessr's more niche than wrestling. Like
Roll Tide.
The shorts thing is weird. I don't get it. But
Man, I'm the same with any of our why did this one do well and this one isn't? You think you're on an upward trajectory and then it's bam.
Well, we had a string there of podcast episodes that were doing unbelievably well on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then the latest one just flopped like a big donkey dick.
Well,
like.
Ger Banahan said, lads, don't worry about rankings and stuff like that.
He's right.
Yeah, he is right. We do this anyway.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that with the bizarre videos, like the Mike Awesome one did well, but
That
the
did
New
very
Jack
well.
and the Ultimate Warrior one, you're just kind of
The
like,
Ultimate Warrior one, your sponsorship segment in that was just fucking so good. I laughed my fucking head off.
I enjoyed it. Like, that's a weird story that, like,
Yeah.
a lot of people are like, oh, do a bizarre video on Mae Young's hand and all that. And it's like, well, everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that, yeah.
The National Wrestling Conference is a very
I knew fuck all about that
Yeah.
one. Yeah. I was like, this is all. Like, essentially, I knew about the clan angle.
the
With
clan
Jim
angle with Jim
Neidhart.
Neidhart.
But everything else in that video was essentially everything else was
And that's
new to
very
me.
strange, isn't it, for a wrestling fan to be like, oh, fuck.
Something I never heard about. Yeah.
We went to see Mick Foley last Wednesday up in Dublin. And I wanted to ask him about that, but I never got the opportunity. He only took like 5 questions. I was like, the National Wrestling Conference, what's your memories there? You and Sabu, and then Ultimate Warrior coming in and like robbing all the money.
Ultimate Warrior, like what? I watched during the week there. I tweeted out Ultimate Warrior for the Randy Savage retirement match.
WrestleMania 7.
So fucking good.
Yeah. But Savage.
It's Savage, but that's Warrior's best match ever.
I'd love to do like an Ultimate Warrior legacy kind of podcast.
Yeah, well,
Because there is a stark difference between the character of the Ultimate Warrior that I grew up with and then the Ultimate Warrior that
the
you learn
legacy.
about
Yeah.
of Jim Hellwig or
But
Warrior,
also,
whatever the fuck his name was.
You'd wonder how
He was a legitimate crazy person.
he was a crazy person. Remember the WWE released that
Self-destruction.
self-destruction, like
I bought that thinking it was like a cool Ultimate Warrior DVD, and they just I loved Warrior,
yeah.
but they just ripped on it.
they're just shit on him. And like, yeah, so you'd wonder how much of his kind of, you know, the way he's seen in later years, how much of that is due to WWE propaganda.
Yeah, and the Warrior
because a lot
stuff.
of it is warranted, but they really hammered it home. They had Bobby Heenan out there absolutely trashing the back off him, like.
Yeah, well, he was a dick by all accounts.
Yeah, he was a dick, I suppose. Yeah, it's true.
That NWC thing, we're looking at Sabu and Cactus Jack. They had a desert death match
Class.
out in Nevada, and it got me thinking, especially about your take on All Elite Morro on Monday about war games
It's dead.
and gimmick matches
Yeah.
in general. That's what we're here to talk about today.
Yeah.
Great gimmick matches, bad gimmick matches, just gimmick matches. How I think a lot of them now have lost their luster in comparison to obviously when they first started. Like the Hell in a Cell is like nearly a 30-year.
30 years next year.
Is it next year? No, it's 1997. It was the first one.
No, was it not October 96, the first one?
No, it was 97.
Was it?
Yeah. Because Kane started.
Oh, you're right, 97, yeah. Oh, okay.
So it was 97. So we're nearly at 30 years.
Yeah.
Like Elimination Chamber, we're coming up on 23, 4 years.
When you said to me about the first Money in the Bank being at like... what?
WrestleMania 21.
That blew my
That's
fucking
20,
mind. Like.
that's 20 years old.
It's
Like.
20 years old. Money in the Bank is 20 years old.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like
I just had it in my head. That must have been... You know, you don't think
you get
about
to Royal
things.
Rumble 99, the one that Vince won. Like, that was only 11 years old
I
at
know,
that time.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
it's
but sure,
crazy.
Royal Rumble now is 40 years old, basically.
Yeah. First one was in 88.
Yeah. Who won that? Big John Studd.
Hacksaw won it.
Hacksaw and Big John Studd won in 89.
Yeah, and then Hogan, Flair, Yoko, Lex and Brett, Sean, Austin, Vince, Rock
and Big Show.
Austin again. 2002 was Triple H. 2003 was
Comeback.
Brock Lesnar. 2004 was Redacted, Mr. Benoit.
Who was redacted? Oh, Mr. Benoit.
2005 was Batista. 2006 was Rey Mysterio. 2007, this is where it starts getting hairy now on me.
Go on.
I can't remember. Oh, no, it was Taker.
That was the Shawn Michaels getting eliminated.
yeah, 2008
That's one of the best Rumbles.
Yeah, 2008 was Cena. 2009.
Cena didn't win his first Rumble till 08.
Yeah, he was only 6 years in the business, though. Like, he started in 2002.
I know, but like it felt like he was a big star from about...
Yeah, he came back from the
5 or
injury,
something.
remember?
Yeah.
2009 was Randy. 2010 was Sheamus. Was it Sheamus? Or Edge. Edge made his comeback. 2011 was Sheamus. 2012 was Alberto.
Oh, that one, that's the worst. That's 40 man.
No, 2000... Was that the 40 man?
11 or 12 or 10, 11 or 12 was the 40-man Royal Rumble. It was
I think it could have been 11.
utterly atrocious.
It could have been 2002. I was in Australia at the time. I remember it could have been Santino. And then it starts getting really hairy for me.
Sure, it's just like Roman or whoever, like.
2013, who was it?
13, that was...
2014 was Batista again.
Because that was the Danielson one.
Yeah. 2015 was Roman.
That was also the Danielson one. The Royal Rumble where people were going to...
It just gets really hairy.
Yeah, 16 was... Randy?
Could have been Randy. Yeah, he won it again, didn't he?
I think 16. 17 was Nakamura?
Yeah.
Or was that 18?
I can't remember.
They're all fucking...
I can't remember. It just starts all... Because they stopped losing its...
Well, like...
They killed it with Jey Uso.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think... And this is probably not really... I suppose kind of part of the gimmick one.
Who's 2013?
But I think Jey Uso winning this year's, in hindsight, is even a worse decision. The knock-on effect it had on the whole year.
I cannot wait to do like a 2025 WWE year in review. Yeah.
We have to do a retrospect of the year.
1,000,000%.
Because
yeah.
I'm solidifying some thoughts in my head on...
Solidifying?
Yeah, solidifying.
You're a little solidifier.
Well, there's lots of other parts of my life that aren't very solid at the moment.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. I just think the knock-on effect of Jay winning that Rumble is actually insane when you draw all the little threads coming out.
We'll come to that at the end of the year. Obviously, we're coming up to the John Cena retrospective as well, which kind of would be like a tie-in to 2025.
I think they overlap.
Yeah, we still have a Cactus Jack one on the horizon. I sent you a few ideas, like we have a women's wrestling one.
You had Cornette in there. Is that did we not do that already?
No, but Jim Cornette and Ospreay and Ricochet had got into like a spat on Twitter about kind of like backyard wrestling. So I kind of wanted to talk about backyard wrestling in general and and Cornette's views.
All right, I kind of when you sent Shane sent a list of 5 topics.
Best title changes.
I love that one.
Yeah. And then Vince Russo was one. And speaking of Vince Russo, we put it out just not so long ago. We've got only 2 responses so far. So apologies if you sent a response, we're not addressing it here. But Oisin McCarthy says, you can't beat a good street fight. Least favourite type of gimmick match is any of the nonsense that Vince Russo put on. Fair. And I think Vince Russo would be a very appropriate... Because I've heard people go, oh... Like, you're always giving Russo shit. Like, he's done good shit as well. So I really want to kind of delve into that. Because, history is written by the victors, as they say. And WWE like to retcon a lot of history. So the way they speak about Vince Russo, and the way a lot of people going, oh, well, he needed Vince to mold it, and every 100 ideas he had 2. Well, maybe we need to give him a bit more credit. But then again, you have WCW to factor in. What were the external factors there? TNA. Now he's with JCW. So I really want to delve into that. And Darren McGrath got in touch as well. He said, I'll admit my fondness for Falls Count Anywhere owes a lot to Cactus Jack versus Triple H.
Fair.
But I do enjoy the possibilities for being creative with the venue environment. Table matches, though, I've come to dislike because they're overdone and I've seen too many indie talents injured during them.
Also with table matches as well, I find a lot of gimmick matches come in as a way. These are the ones I hate, right?
Yeah.
I hate any gimmick match that's designed to protect the loser.
Yeah, okay.
So table matches are one of those.
Yeah.
Where you can very easily do a kind of non-decisive finish.
John Cena wins the title or loses the title to Sheamus.
Yeah.
And
the Big Show one.
Big Show, foot goes through it.
Foot goes through it, stuff like that. So if a gimmick match, and that's not necessarily like you could do a good table match. I'm not saying you can't do a good table match with a good decisive finish, but there's a lot of gimmick matches that are just designed as a way to protect the loser. And therefore, that just makes it a weak thing for me.
Yeah.
And then there's another whole host of what were once great gimmick matches that have just been overdone.
Yeah, well, overdone obviously because they started naming pay-per-views after him, and then you'd have 3. So it never felt deserved. However, I feel like in those matches, the tropes have become blasé, if you get me.
Okay, here's a really good point of comparison, and I kind of mentioned it on All Elite Morro. It's War Games, right? Mm-hmm. War Games in the 80s worked so well because what did people the people going to the show want to see in the 80s. They wanted to see a fiery babyface comeback. And in War Games, you got 5 of them. Do you get me? So you fucking Road Warrior Animal bust down to the ring and make a big babyface comeback. Make a big babyface comeback, places go wild. And then the numbers game, and the heels get back on top when their guy comes in next.
It was meant to be tactical.
And then the babyface comes out again. Now WWE fans, let's be perfectly honest here, they just want to see the fucking entrances.
Yeah.
And sing along. So what has War Games become is a parade of entrances.
And you've seen it with Jey Uso there recently.
Yeah, and he stopped the match to do another entrance.
It was such a cool concept when WWE brought in NXT.
Yeah.
But then a lot of, like, the tropes of it happened again. You mentioned on All Elite Morro the Io Sky thing.
Every year
So
now.
I want to take it back to the Hell in a Cell, right? Hell in a Cell, 97, Shawn and Undertaker. Cell is there to keep everyone locked in.
Yeah.
Immediately, the first fucking match, someone breaks into the cell.
Yeah, the very first one.
And they're wrestling outside the cell.
Yeah.
Right? Which they did it in a clever way with the cameraman being knocked down and all that kind of stuff, but, like, it defeats the purpose of the cell. The very second cell is Mick Foley and The Undertaker. So they have set the standard now so high that you expect that level of violence.
And you can't.
And disregard.
Well, you could never top what Foley did in the second one.
Yeah. So I remember being a young lad I think it was Unforgiven 2002, Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, Hell in a Cell. And, like, in my head, I was like...
Which is actually, coincidentally, a fantastic fucking match.
Yeah, but I remember going, I wonder who went off the cell between the two of them.
Yeah.
Thinking that is a thing that they have to do now. But no one didn't. They tried it differently. But as a young lad, being disappointed.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Because that's what you've come to expect. And it's the same with the TLC
I was the
stuff.
exact same with that exact same Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
And then I hated the match at the time because my expectations weren't met. But I watched the match back actually a few times over the years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's actually a fucking really good Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah. And then Hell in a Cell...
They do the stuff with the steps.
I don't think... Is it Unforgiven? Yeah, no, there was a match at Unforgiven where they call it off, but they have another... They have a Hell in a Cell match.
It's around that. Survival. No, did Brock lose to...
Brock lost to Big Show at Survivor Series.
So whatever the match before Survivor Series was Hell in a Cell. It's actually a really good Hell in a Cell match.
Or something.
But I'll tell you when my dislike of the Hell in a Cell actually happened earlier than that. Was it Armageddon 99 or 2000 where they had
the six-man?
Six-man?
Where Rikishi goes off.
Into the bed of fucking
99
hay.
or 2000, yeah.
99 or 2000 Armageddon. And after that I was like, they've fucking killed the gimmick. Like, I'm 13 or 14 going, they've killed this gimmick. Like,
I remember being super excited for that, though.
I was excited in advance.
Yeah,
but the match itself,
I remember because I was like 6 people in the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, this is going to be carnage.
That shows the evolution of, oh fuck, we need to
up it and up it.
We need to open now,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to love those games in Day of Reckoning.
But Elimination Chamber as well is another one that, like, now the trope has become someone
goes through the
pod and someone jumps off the top of the pod and it's like, all right, well, like
the first one's fantastic. The second one kind of sucks because they built, like, you're expecting that level of violence, but Goldberg just mills through everyone.
I kind of like that one.
Yeah?
Yeah, just the fact
I remember, though, at the time going, I'm expecting carnage, but, like, Goldberg is just milling through everyone.
Yeah.
And then Triple H comes out on top.
Yeah, of course. Well, lol, Triple H.
But then, like, it starts becoming, like, you have 2 fucking Elimination Chamber matches. And then, you know what I mean? You're like, we don't...
But this is it with the Royal Rumble thing as well. Like, to be perfectly honest, when's the last time there's been a good Royal Rumble?
Well, the Royal Rumble, I'll say now, I think is the greatest gimmick match of all time.
Up to now, yes.
Yeah, like there's been nothing that topped it.
Well, no. It's the greatest multi-man gimmick match.
It's the greatest gimmick match.
There's better gimmick matches.
No, well, like, you can argue it now in a second, yeah. But, like, let me get my fucking point across yourself,
okay,
bitch.
right, go on.
What are you, a little Twitter troll, TikTok troll?
Yeah, that's me, yeah.
No, that's not the best match.
It's not, though. It's not, though. But I know, I can see why you'd say that.
It is. No, but it's the best concept. It continually generates, and WWE have tried to replicate it by calling their events after their main gimmick match now.
Yeah.
Like, it is the most intriguing. It's the one that gets everybody talking the most. The victor of that gimmick match, people actually give a shit about. as opposed to you know.
Uso.
Yeah, but like but people cared enough to voice their displeasure at.
Yeah.
Like if someone wins the Money in the Bank, you're like, all right, they won the Money in the Bank. Like Damien Sandow, Baron Corbin, Otis, they're all Money in the Bank winners.
Yeah, who cares?
But like if they won the Royal Rumble, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Part of the why the Royal Rumble is so great as a gimmick is because it was super protected for so long, and it.
But like a lot of those Royal Rumbles sucked ass as well. Like you look at '95.
I like the '95. Why does '95 always get so much shit? Bulldog and Shawn Michaels.
95. It's just the roster was bad. I remember like the Samoan squat team and shit.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot of shit in it. But the fact that Michaels and because Bulldog came in at 2 and Michaels came in at 1.
Did Michael start number 1? Did he?
And Bulldog was in early as well, and they went the whole way to the end.
Or did Michael start number 1 in '96?
There's one of them anyway. Yeah. But even in the one, the Bulldog and Michaels one, they were actually in it most of the match.
Yeah.
I really like that one.
I think they were 1 and 2, yeah.
I think they were 1 and 2. But there was a lot of shit in the middle. And you get a lot of shit in the middle of nearly every Royal Rumble. But I think, like... the Royal Rumble has been damaged, though, by 2 things,
you can start seeing the evolution of the Rumble, though, from, like, no music... And then like bringing in music and the countdown timer and all that.
And the countdown now is the most important thing in the fight.
And then like, oh well, the winner of this gets the main event of WrestleMania. Yeah. Like that's a big fucking carrot. Especially Ric Flair's one was for the title.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
What was the first Mania one? Was that the winner gets Mania? Was that 91 or
Yoko?
93? Yeah, it might be 93 then.
Yeah.
What was Yoko? But did Hogan get it because he won in 91?
I think he just won it though.
It didn't give him the match.
He was the champ, wasn't he?
No, it wasn't. No, Warrior. Slaughter. Warrior lost to that to Slaughter after the Royal Rumble. Yeah, and then Hogan won the Royal Rumble.
Maybe it was that one then.
And then Hogan went on to wrestle Slaughter
at WrestleMania 7. Yeah. And then Flair had it at WrestleMania 8. And then Yoko. So maybe it was 91, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, because then straight away they go, it's for the title the following year. And then 93 it was back to main event. So it was probably 93 when they started advertising that it's for you win this, you get the main event.
Which made complete sense.
Oh, totally.
But like that's what I mean. You can start seeing the evolution of it. And because of how many people were involved and all that, you got to see new, fresh ideas all the time.
Remember when they used to do...
You think about those finishes, right? So say 92 finish was a bit fucky in terms of the dynamic, but it was like someone external getting involved in the finish. 93, it was like Macho went for the pin, forgetting where he was, and got thrown out.
I love that. It's so stupid. But
94 was the double man one. 95 was skinning.
Sorry, 94 was
Lex and Brett. 96 was, or 95 was the skin in the cat.
That's a fantastic
like finish. 97,
1 foot touched the floor.
97, Austin gets eliminated, comes back in and throws him out. Yeah. Like they're fucking amazing finishes.
Even 99, Vince beat Austin.
Vince and Austin fuck off throughout the whole match. They're like, now you're messing with the dynamic of the match. And that is so fresh that you can continue to do that. But with ladder matches, it becomes kind of stale very quickly, especially when you reach the apex of it. Like we were still seeing, like you look at the Kofi spots in the Rumble, they were super fresh for a long time.
Another reason being is everyone was incredibly different.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the opposite of the Io Sky fucking bin jump.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Sponsored bin jump.
Sponsored bin jump. Yeah, sponsored bin jump.
I didn't watch. I am so far gone, and I'm not saying this to be like, oh, cool. I'm just so far removed from like watching live wrestling, and I'm having so much fun looking back.
Yeah.
On
not wrong with that.
And like there was maybe a few different stages in my life, and that's why I struggle with like WrestleMania 13, who was the main event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, like what so that would have been 29. So who main evented 29? It was John Cena and The Rock. So John Cena won that Rumble, did he? No.
Yeah, he did.
Did he win that Rumble to face The Rock? Because it was Rock and CM Punk.
The Rock beat Punk, yeah.
And CM Punk. But maybe they said we were going to do it again. No, that was WrestleMania 28. So maybe it was Cena, yeah.
Yeah, The Rock beat Punk, and then Punk wrestled Cena on TV in that cracker match.
Right.
See, a lot of that, you know, my memory shit anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think 2 things with the Rumble is like I can totally see why anyone says the greatest gimmick match ever. I'm going to kind of try to think outside the box of what actually, like, what other types of gimmick matches there is. But there's a couple of things that I think the Rumble is losing its luster for a couple of reasons, or 3 reasons really. One being that there's 2, on the shows.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That's
and
just-
like that goes with like all these matches. Like
I feel like they
take
should
War
do the
Games, for
women's
example.
one.
If you were going like War Games, like either a men or women, just have it naturally built for one of the divisions
every second year.
But like, it doesn't even. You don't even have to specify it's the women's War Games this year because that takes out the unpredictability of storytelling.
Yeah.
Like you need to have a natural point for stories.
It can happen at any point throughout the year. You're not building.
I don't even necessarily mind Survivor Series War Games. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
But like cater your stories to that and then have them intertwine at that point because they can break away for a while and you can create new foods out of it and they can intertwine again by the time you come to the Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber where you're going to have multi-man stuff. Yeah. So you can constantly break away, interweave. That's like the type of dynamic storytelling that I enjoy.
Of course, but we're not going to get that with WWE.
Yeah, because it's a content machine.
Yeah, exactly.
It is like the Disney effect on Marvel and on Star Wars. They don't necessarily care about the storytelling because they're going to get their moments and their clips that are going to sell this.
And their quips.
And someone said it to me. Someone was like, "For sure, WWE was always like a merchandise marketing machine." I was like, "Yes, it was, but so was Batman." Yeah. And Tim Burton's Batman, in comparison to Joel Schumacher's Batman, are completely different. Tim Burton's Batman is revered as like dark and gritty,
and quirky,
and like Warner Brothers weren't necessarily happy with Batman Returns, but like, don't get me wrong. That first Batman, that was designed to sell merch.
But it was also a great film.
Also a great film. Whereas Batman and Robin, the Joel Schumacher one.
That's one, Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze, Ice to See You, all that was specifically designed to sell toys.
Yeah.
So you can still tell
a great
story and sell, or you can just specifically design something to sell, and that's what I feel like wrestling is doing now. Unfortunately,
WWE certainly. I'll get back to the Royal Rumble. So I think the three things that are mainly hurting it. Number one is what we said there about having two in one night.
If they go 2 nights. Is that
no? I think two back to back is still too much. I think what I've always thought they should do is move the women's one to the summer where Money in the Bank is, and have the winner of that challenge for the women's title at SummerSlam main event.
Yeah, but that dilutes the brand of the Royal Rumble, maybe. But they're diluting it maybe by having
two.
Anyway. Go on anyway.
Point number 2 is that a lot of times recently, the winner hasn't even got the main event at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think that's
a main event.
One of the 3 main events.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, Alberto Del Rio on Edge isn't
not
really
the main event. Was Jey Uso and Gunter the main event at WrestleMania? No, it fucking
it should be. But then again...
It should, yeah, the winner...
But then again...
It hurts the stip.
Like...
It hurts the gimmick.
If you win the Royal Rumble, I think you should be... The
main event
last night.
On the last night.
Or on the first night, depending if you want to go women's men's. Yeah, but if you want to go women's men's.
Okay,
if you still have 2 Rumbles, so you can have the men's on the Saturday, the women's on the Sunday, or vice versa. Whatever way you want to do
But let's not kid ourselves and say that the Saturday night is the fucking main event.
And then having the other 2 titles as the opening matches then.
Fine. Yeah.
Go on, but like you're giving credence to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I think that's a major one. And also I just think there's been a lot of uninspired winners in recent years as well. That
Cody won it twice.
Drew, they were the right 2 ones. Drew, Seth. Did Brock win 1 year there?
Yeah, Brock did. Yeah.
And went on to face Roman, I think, again for the 76th time.
Roman won 1.
Roman won more than 1, I'd say. Did he?
I can't remember. See, like it just meshes
goes together. Because, again, uninspired winners. So I think there's 3 things that have hurt the Royal Rumble. Now, just jump into a list of what I think are the greatest gimmick matches ever. I picked 3, right? Career versus career, or a career ender.
Why do we fall for it though? When so often,
because it's the thing about career versus career, or your career is on the line match is it's a gimmick that, or a stip that we weirdly still believe to be real.
Yeah.
So there's an actual... Because like...
Go check out a retirements podcast.
One of the things about the Royal Rumble being so great was it was actually, in some ways, the most real thing you could win because you got the Mania main event. So it felt real. we know it's not real, but you know what I mean? Like, there was a real consequence or outcome from winning it. Whereas losing a career match, it feels like, and I know there's so many people have broke it, blah, 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 but it feels like there's a real outcome or consequence.
Yeah.
And another reason, the same reason why I've picked that one is mask versus match in Mexico.
I was literally going to say, he's going to say mask, what is it, Azqueta?
Yeah. Apuestas.
Apuestas.
And apuestas. I can't speak Spanish. An apuestas match. Again, because there's a real outcome of unmasking and revealing your identity. So the gimmick is real. And then the other one, not real about it, it's fucking dog collar matches. Because it's fucking dog collar matches. They always land.
Yeah.
They always smack. And have been protected for decades.
But like, imagine now, you get a dog collar on someone. And it's sponsored by
well, like
Pet Mania.
Yeah, it's the Pet Mania dog collar match.
And you're like, oh.
Michael Cole said he's whipping him with the Pet Mania dog collar.
Like,
oh my god!
How fucking shit was the Mountain Dew match? And the fact that was Bray's last match.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was his last match.
Like the fucking Mountain Dew.
But like, remember when AEW did the Cracker Barrel match?
Yeah,
that was kind of
Joey Janela and John Moxley.
Yeah, like that was
a few.
That was funny though. They made it work because they.
Yeah, but they've also what's that? The man with no last name match and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre match and
yeah, they were shit. But the Cracker Barrel match was funny.
Just stop having sponsors on
matches.
Stop
having sponsors on matches. Please.
You can just say this match was brought to you by fucking
Slim Jim's big.
Yeah, well, if you have to, like, but like, you know what I don't understand is. If I see a Wingstop thing, and I know that Wingstop isn't in Ireland, but if I see
when I was living in the Middle East now and Wingstop would come up on the York, I was like, Wingstop is top class.
Oh, so would it actually
every time
it would turn me off it?
No,
if you go, this match is brought to you by Papa John's, or not this match, or you look at the table and there's a Papa John's label on the table, I'd be like. No, fuck. My immediate reaction is negative. Going, oh, fuck you.
No, because Wingstop was never plastered on the ladder or anything.
Yeah, but you've taken away the grit and reality of wrestling and what people did in those dog collar matches.
Another part of it as well is if you already like the brand and it's just a reminder of a brand you like Wingstop, fucking Wings are top class.
It would turn me off the brand.
It go, Wingstop, I would eat a Wingstop.
It would turn me off the brand, man.
Let's
start putting them on fucking ties now and shit.
Oh, they are, yeah. But sure, like, the fucking tables with the Slim Jim tables is the worst thing I've ever seen.
That's what I'm saying. If I see that pisses me off. So if I see that, I'm associating Slim Jim with that. I'm not going to have a fucking Slim Jim.
But they never did that with Wingstop though. It was never on a fucking table or a ladder.
Not yet, man.
No, but the second.
What was on the fucking trash can?
I think it was just something to do with EO Sky.
You sure?
I don't know.
I thought it was a fucking sponsor.
Was it? Ugh.
Well, I didn't watch it, and I didn't watch it. And I'm fucking.
Anyway, a message from today's sponsor: Tyson Trading Cards.
Local business is different. It's not
local business, yeah, 100%.
A big massive conglomeration.
Yeah, big fucking but I think like there's something in there about gimmick matches feeling like or being promised a real consequence.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Because like I think like would
the title not be a real consequence though? It's just
titles
a prop,
are so devalued now. Like really, like what titles still have major value?
Yeah.
Like the World Heavyweight title, the one that Punk's carrying around, that has no value.
Maybe the one that Cody has.
The one that Cody has, I think, has value.
Yeah.
Because
Gunter did a lot to get the value of the Intercontinental title over.
He did, but that's gone again now, anyway.
The tag team titles haven't been.
There's two of them. Who gives a fuck?
They haven't been relevant for a long time. Maybe since the Usos had them.
I think the AEW World title has value, but at least half. Of
course,
90% of the other ones.
That was another thing he said. He goes, he fucking loves everything AEW does. And I was like, yeah, them and All Japan. All right,
90s All Japan.
90s All Japan. Yeah.
But like no other title in AEW has tremendous value.
Yeah.
Like who? Like. The Continental.
They have too many of them.
They're too many. So they're all diluted. And like there's times where a title, like Gunter with the Intercontinental title, someone will do a great run with a title and it'll
give it credence.
But then Adam Cole will get the title and the credence will go away again, you know? Yeah. Like I feel like the TNT title feels more important than a lot of the other ones now because Fletcher and Mark Briscoe did such great work in their feud.
Yeah.
But like, let's say Briscoe lose the title next month to someone else.
Scorpio Sky.
Scorpio Sky. It could happen. And then you're like, well, that title don't mean nothing anymore.
Yeah.
So title, like...
Scorpio Sky had it before and he didn't do anything with it.
He didn't do anything with it. And Wardlow had it before and did nothing with it. Like Samoa Joe and Darby Allin and Cody all made that title feel important at times.
Samoa Joe and Wardlow kept fucking knocking him back in with it.
I know, but remember when Samoa Joe and Darby were feuding over it? That was fucking class.
He threw him downstairs.
Yeah, and like their matches were just brilliant. Like,
did he throw him downstairs?
He threw him downstairs. Yeah. So I think like.
But that's another reason why I've kind of turned off AEW. I feel like I'm fucking Goldilocks here. I need the wrestling promotion that's just right.
Just right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This one's too.
There isn't any.
This one's too polished. This one's too chaotic.
Like the IWGP title doesn't even feel important now, and that was the one that you could like bank on feeling important.
Like you know when we're talking about say War Games, and you're talking about people were saying it was only a 4-match card. But like you're counting the actual wrestlers in a wrestling match. There was 24 people in there, right? That's a lot of people on a card, right? That's quite a few. And like you think of the thousands or hundreds that they didn't use. Yeah. Like realistically, between like NXT and main roster talent, you could
be throwing Evolve in the mix there.
No, like actual people, recognizable people, at least 100 other people that they could have used.
Whose faces have been on TV.
Yeah, Sammy, AJ, all that kind of stuff, right?
At least 100.
Are their rosters way too big?
Yes, absolutely.
So you don't tell compelling stories then with that.
Why? Like honestly, if you were to count, I would imagine contracted talent to WWE and AEW, right? Honestly, I'd say you're hitting 300 people.
But like what?
Fucking no need for that.
And the point that I'm trying to get at is, with a roster that you have so big, you put them to get people on the card into multi-man gimmick matches, where the consequence isn't actually that great. Like take for example at SummerSlam that 8-man TLC, right? There was actually some cool shit in that. Or not TLC? Was it TLC?
What's the?
Remember fucking the Wyatt Six won it. The ladder match.
Oh yeah, it was 4 tag teams. Yeah,
and there was some mad cool shit that we'd never seen before.
Yeah, but they did a better one on SmackDown earlier in the year.
But you're just like, they're just throwing that on the card, so it didn't like they tried to build up the tag division. To be fair, and it kind of felt a bit hot. But like what I'm trying to get,
it's the hottest it's been all year.
Having all those people on the roster, they kind of just get fucked into situations. And to make those situations work, they make them a gimmick match, and the gimmick match loses credence, doesn't really build up anyone, and it's just like forgettable TV.
Yes,
I feel like AEW do that quite a bit
all the time.
Like they just like throwing like this is a gimmick. The 200,000 match. We have 8 men fighting for 200,000. Oh, actually, later on in it, we have 6 men fighting for $1 million. They're like, stop trying to actually build a compelling fucking story here.
And because remember there a while ago,
this one's for a title now. This is a casino battle royal or casino gauntlet for the new NWA or the
international title.
Yeah, the national title. And you're like, right, that's your storytelling.
Yeah, because remember in the summer, I think we kind of had this argument about them doing the all-star tag matches on TV.
Yeah.
And I disagreed with what kind of you had made the same argument you made there now. And I said, no.
Very consistent.
These matches are actually littered with storytelling because they're using the matches to progress multiple storylines. But recently, these money matches, like the All-Star Tag style matches, nothing's been really happening. Like they took a formula they were using well over the summer, and they stopped applying the same detail and care to the match layout and who's in the matches.
I'd have more fucking. I'd prefer to watch Big John Studd and Andre the Giant try and slam each other for fucking, was it 25 grand, than to watch that 6-man with Kenny Omega. Who else is in it?
Kenny and the dinosaur dudes.
Kenny, and Jurassic Express against the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander.
I was very disappointed with that match.
It was like 20 minutes long. I was like, there's no fucking way I'm going to sit down and watch that.
Yeah, I was very disappointed.
And then they all hug at the end, and like the whole segment is about half an hour. But I'd prefer to watch Andre and Big John Studd try and body slam each other.
Yeah, well, I'd prefer to watch Small Joe and Necro Butcher, like. You know? Or Kenta Kobashi and Sasaki or something, you know?
Japanese wrestling utilize a lot of gimmicks.
No. Did you say here? See these two fucking big deadly lads? They're going to wrestle a match now.
Let them wrestle.
Yeah.
Because like actual I know that theatrics in wrestling, but like Bret Hart said something interesting. It's like, oh, it's actors playing wrestlers. But at least if you were doing that, you should like the main point of it would be to make wrestling believable. No?
I don't know. Like
the whole point of wrestling not to simulate real violence?
No, because it was in the 80s.
Yeah, but that's why we have so many complaints about it now. And it wasn't in the 80s. Because you punch someone that no one does that.
I know, but we didn't have as many points of reference for what real wrestling would look like.
We could, like, that's what I'm saying. We're at that point now.
Like, what are we going to do? We're going to do UWFI?
Like, you look at War Games
Shoot style?
and
Inokiism?
No, but like, make wrestling look real. Don't have fucking 4 people or 5 people stand on the cage looking at someone
I'd get
that has a history
but also,
of
like,
putting trash cans on their head and jumping off.
What's she going to do? She doing that thing she's done 7 times.
Yeah.
No, but then you can apply that to I stick an arm bar on you. Like, all the drama's gone, because if you've ever been in a real arm bar, you're tapping out instantly.
Yeah, but it's the reversal of it. You have to reverse. You have to find a way to get out of it. That kind of thing.
I know, but like, all right, sir, but then you're just talking UWFI.
I'm not.
But yeah, like, that's what I know, but you push it to that logical extent. That's what it becomes.
I'm not pushing it to that logical extent, but you have to simulate some type of real violence.
Where do you stop the logic? Because it's always going to be a logic. Yeah.
Yeah, when you take...
So I think what we need to do is actually look at wrestling through a different prism of what are the tropes and things of the genre, and then be realistic to those. Not be realistic to what real fighting looks like. Be realistic to what we've established within the genre of professional wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
but they like establishing... The established genre of wrestling is continuing...
Yeah, Dusty or Hakeem wants to do his...
Hakeem. It's still going... But it's going further that way. It's the choreographing dance routines now.
I think we're actually less in that direction than we were at 10 years ago.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
No, we're still in that... Like, that is the predominant style, is the choreographed style. You watch NXT on a Tuesday night, man. Like, it's just...
Why are you still watching that? You seem to hate it.
I hate it.
I never watch it.
But I can't stop watching.
Yeah, well, you like it then.
I don't. I
just say you like it.
I hate watch it. I'm a fucking... a glutton for punishment. I know, I don't watch it every Tuesday.
Well, like,
I dip in.
We're going off our actual topic.
I know, but
we're going into the philosophy of pro wrestling.
Yeah, but sure, that's what it should be. But yeah, like, NXT is the most overly choreographed show in the history of pro wrestling, and I get it that they're trainees and stuff, and they're kind of green, a lot of them, and a lot of them have super potential, and a lot of them have talent. But yeah, like, that's what. But it does tie into the gimmick thing of my favorite types of gimmick matches are the ones that make me feel there's a real consequence.
Yeah, okay.
Like Ric Flair's retiring after Shawn Michaels tells him.
Like, I even think you can push it to like an I Quit match.
Yeah,
because like the actual consequence of someone having to give up,
having to say I
like
quit,
the way they tried to frame Gunther tapping to Jey Uso was like this is it was a big thing, but like an I Quit match could have that repercussion.
Yeah.
Like I love types of hardcore matches as long as it gets to that feud, gets to that point in a feud. Don't get me wrong, I like the 24/7 title when it was just lads just hitting stop signs off each other.
That was fucking great crack. I don't care what anyone says.
The 20,
that was great crack.
But I like a good hardcore match, like a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah, like
once they utilize like the actual framework of the match, if you get me. Like, I hate when there's a cage match, and I miss the old blue cage.
Well, here's another.
But I hate when there's a cage match.
I'm putting cage matches in with that list of
Hell in a Cell,
and all them. Cage matches are they're just dead to me.
Yeah,
couldn't give a fuck. Because
and ladder matches, you hate ladder matches.
I hate ladder matches. I don't like both cage and ladder matches are objectively great gimmick matches, right? And some of them have given us the most exciting, best shit ever. But both of them have killed their own gimmick. Like, when have you last seen a cage match where there was zero outside interference?
I really liked Cody's cage match against Wardlow. That was a good cage match.
That was a great cage match.
Yeah.
And you hated it, but I like some of it. The
Malachi Black and Edge match.
No, jeez, that was awful. Swerve and Hangman with the syringe and all.
I didn't hate it. I was just like, this is...
They went too far.
No, not even. It just seemed
you
mental.
You came on here and you cried. Go back. He cried.
It just seemed like,
when they went
what
too
are we
far.
doing here?
No,
Like,
they went too far. Or they went like. Remember that cinder block?
yeah, Cinderblock was
That
nuts.
was a real cinder block, and they took back bumps on it.
But like
now,
the
what I liked
syringes
about
and-
that is they actually stayed true to the cage of this is two guys locked in, and only one of them's walking out here. Like, so they actually protected the cage part of the stip. Now, what they did inside the cage was just the syringe, the cinder block, everything was bonkers. But they fundamentally, that's what, okay, it's two guys locked in.
It's the stabbing. That's what I don't like.
It's the stabbing, yeah. Did you like the fork stabbing with Moxley and...
I don't like
I love that so much.
with Moxley and who? Kyle O'Reilly.
All in. The all in one. Remember Moxley
Yeah,
and
but
Hangman?
I like that was so fit. Now he's doing that shit with Kyle O'Reilly now and
Yeah, yeah.
Darby. Like he's using a fork all the time.
This is what I said on what you call it, All Elite Morro on Monday night about progression. Like, Kyle O'Reilly beat Mox at the last one.
Yeah.
And who's higher up the card now? Mox, I haven't seen Kyle O'Reilly since. So what's the point in beating someone if you just go back to where you are?
That's the Tony Khan problem.
I think that's an everyone problem.
That's definitely a Tony Khan
It is.
problem.
It's certainly a part of Tony's problem.
As you said, he got Danny Garcia over four times. Like,
Move him up the fucking card.
But you talk about progression. You look at, like, say, the progression of the ladder match to the TLC match, and then that's it. There's
nowhere to go unless we can train ourselves to fly. That nothing else can happen
But
in
like
ladder matches.
when they try with a match and they like TNA, like with their King of the Mountain matches,
They
and
did come up with some very
the
unique.
reverse battle royal.
But that was absolutely dog shit terrible. Let's not. Who came? That was never going to work.
Probably Russo. It was probably some fucking weird Memphis
I
thing.
think it was before Russo.
Yeah.
I think that was before Russo.
But like
the first one of them were pretty early in the promotion.
I didn't like the King of the Mountain match. You know what I did like though? The Monster Ball matches. That were just hardcore matches.
Yeah, they were just hardcore
But because Abyss was in it,
Yeah.
you were like, oh, anticipation.
Yeah.
Like the barbed wire fucking rope matches.
Yeah.
The first time that's been brought to like my consciousness, as I've said before, has been Sabu and Abyss. Oh my fucking god! But if they start doing that every year,
and
be like,
on the same date,
yeah, you're kind of like,
yeah.
okay, well, sure, we've seen everything.
Yeah.
But if they did it like, oh fuck, the only way this can be solved, we've tried to solve it in a hardcore match, we've tried to solve it this, you know what?
Barbed wire.
We're doing a barbed wire match.
Yeah. See, this is why, and we both know how this ended up. This is why I was so excited. I was like, I don't think I've ever.
Exploding barb. Don't get me started on that.
Yeah.
That was my first like.
Yeah,
oh,
that was your first.
This is
I remember me and we weren't friends back
No.
then. I remember me and Dumph texting that morning, and like the sense of deflation
Oh man.
in that was their first major misstep.
Yeah.
And we're texting that, and when the explosion, because I genuinely think if that explosion had gone off, it would have been unbelievable because they set it up perfectly. The match itself up to that point was great.
Yeah.
And then the Eddie Kingston face turn that was coming from it would have been gigantic had that place have fucking exploded.
But it didn't.
And also, we'd have gotten a new fresh gimmick match type that we hadn't seen.
Why hasn't he gone back to it? She can't really because the Daly's Palace was like.
They were doing it in Daly's Palace and they had no audience, so you could do an explosion.
Yeah.
Like if you look at
What
the
do you
Onita
think-
ones from the 90s, they're in baseball stadiums where the fans are back.
What do you think of matches that don't really have an audience, like the Boiler Room Brawl? You didn't like that at the time, did you? Or it was Dunphy, I think, told me.
No, the original Boiler Room Brawl I liked.
The Boiler Room Brawl, like the original kind of Stadium Stampede, you know, like cinematic matches in a way as well. Some cinematic matches.
So it's weird, right? The original Stadium Stampede, when they did it during COVID, I actually really liked it at the time.
I hated Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy, I never liked that part, but I thought like this was like okay, and I enjoyed it. But I actually went back and watched it like a few years after, like maybe a year or two ago, like so we're 3-4 years past it, and I was like, oh Jesus, that just aged so badly, and it was just COVID. You know, we were all sat at home in COVID, and I actually liked the Firefly.
I hate the Firefly.
I actually kind of like that.
It's world
It's
breaking.
totally world breaking. And I certainly really liked it at the time. It was a weird
I
one.
remember it was like Firefly Funhouse, and now I'm going to watch Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre. I was like,
excuse me?
I can't take any of this
my
seriously.
cognitive dissonance is just
I
exploded.
just can't, like, how can these two people exist in a world that you've just...
Also, though, like, I think we underestimate COVID was a fucking weird time.
I like the Boneyard match though.
I didn't. Yeah, I thought that was quite good too.
I like the parking lot brawl with Goldust and Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper loved that match.
Like what I watched recently was the other parking lot brawl between Eddie and John Cena.
That's brilliant.
But that's visceral and violent.
Yeah.
Even though John Cena tries to hit him with a lawnmower. You're like, fuck it.
Remember the one
Best Friends and
Proud and Powerful?
Yeah.
That was fucking brilliant. That might be the best match in all of COVID.
Yeah.
That was great as well.
Boneyard match is a great match of all time.
You love that?
I love the Boneyard match. I don't know why. I remember just watching it with a big smile on my face.
I think another one as well we haven't mentioned, and they haven't all been excellent, but the floor is high and the ceiling can be high as well. Is I've had a whale of a time with every Anarchy in the Arena match.
Right.
With the music.
I experienced an Anarchy in the Arena match though live at All In London.
Actually, no, that one was shit.
Yeah,
I forgot that one happened.
But I was like,
what's happened?
This isn't a great experience for me right now.
Yeah. I also think though Wembley is too big.
I'll never go to a stadium show. I
don't think wrestling's made for stadiums.
I think like it was that. I was like, I'd probably have more fun chilling at home. Just watching this.
Yeah. I don't think wrestling's made for stadiums.
It just felt weird. Like
you watch WrestleMania now, right? And they're in a stadium every year, and they're going to be every year for the rest of the time. The atmosphere never feels hot, and I
had more fun at OTC in Carlow than I did at All In.
I had a great time at OTC.
Then again, when Sting came out to Seek and Destroy,
yeah, that was badass.
That was pretty cool.
But yeah, like I think the perfect circumstance to watch wrestling in is a crowded indoor venue.
Yeah. I'd love to, like, Dumpy said he went to see Forbidden Door, and I said
he went to the first Forbidden Door.
I said that would have been cool.
Yeah.
In terms of other gimmick matches, is there ones that you just, when you see him, you're like, oh fuck,
do I have to watch this?
Yeah,
like everything on NXT now.
No, but like an actual gimmick match,
like a certain type,
a stipulation that turns you off. Like I don't get excited for cage matches anymore.
I don't. No, like I said, like cage match.
Yeah.
Do you know what's another one?
Submission matches, maybe.
I kind sometimes,
even though that's a nightclub match.
I like pure rules matches in general because the pure rules matches that you get.
A tribal warfare match. What are they called? Bloodline rules.
That's just a fucking street fight.
Ambulance matches.
Well, I hated them until Briscoe did one.
Casket matches.
Hate them.
I think casket matches used to have a bit of fucking credence when WWE used to put effort into the actual caskets.
When caskets look cool.
Yeah, and then they stopped.
Because like Darby Allin's done a whole string of them, and they've never none of them.
Yeah, like what happens after he gets put in the casket? Nothing.
Nothing happens. Again, it's the consequence thing.
Yeah.
Like this year, right? I watched these a series of 2 matches of Saya Kamitani versus Tam Nakano, and in Stardom, and they did honestly. You should watch these. These matches are fucking excellent. So the first one was loser leaves town, right?
Yeah.
And Tam Nakano loses. And she has to leave town. That's the stip. When you lose, you leave the town.
And she come back into town.
Now, they shot an angle directly after the match where, she's crying and they're doing the whole emotional thing. And then Kamitani comes back in the ring and was like, you know what? Fuck the stip. I'm going to give you one more match.
That's bullshit.
But hang on.
No,
right? I agree with you. But the stip was, you can have one more match here. But if you lose, you must retire.
Oh, it's like double or nothing.
Yeah. So they did a double or nothing. They went to the retirement match. They sold X amount of more tickets. And she beat her and retired her. So she actually lost the loser leaves town. Got the double or nothing out of it. And then career over. Both matches were sensational. Emotionally charged. And like your one, Tam Nakano's retired now. Gone. Finished. And the end, that closing stretch of the last 7 or 8 minutes of the retirement match was like the most urgent a wrestling match has felt all year for me. It was just like, because if again, it was the consequence of this is real. And like I felt as well watching the second one, the retirement match was like, if she just wins this now and gets her career back, it also kind of shits on the loser leaves town match.
Yeah.
So they've set it up that like they've had, because I'm watching it. This is like I'm watching a 5-star match, But actually, if she wins and just becomes a wrestler on the roster again next week, both matches kind of lose a bit of luster. But she genuinely like actually retired her, and that was it. Fucking unbelievable stuff. The most emotionally charged match I've seen this year because it had a real consequence, truth and consequences.
I hate matches that have things on poles.
Yes.
Biker chain match.
Yeah.
Viagra on a pole match.
Yeah.
Judy
Bagwell on a pole match.
Well, on
forklift, yeah. What about
shark cage matches?
Oh, the shark cage match. Although there was one there with Kevin Owens and Jericho and Roman Reigns.
Was it Jericho in the cage?
Yeah. It was terrible. It was kind of funny. Remember that one with Dominic in the cage? That was so bad.
With Rhea coming out and busting him with
like a
it was a
piñata.
good spot though when he fell.
Where he's the pinata. The Mexican kid is the pinata. Come on.
Or Enzo when he slipped out with one. Shark cage. Scaffolding matches, they're scary.
No, I can't watch them.
Stupid. Ultimate X.
Fucking great match.
What a fucking evolution.
Great match, yeah.
What an evolution of the ladder match idea.
It is. It's just it's a fresh take on a ladder match.
Yeah. It's like you have to be athletic. Like
Yeah.
I remember going, oh fuck, an Ultimate X match.
Yeah.
But then they kind of like they ran it into the ground. But like
They did run it into ground. as well.
the roster that they had was perfect for that title. You had the X going across the ring.
Cool as shit.
Like, oh man, that fucking bump by AJ Styles lives rent free in my head when he takes the drop kick and he spins out. You have fucking the cutter from Kaz onto Chris Daniels.
Elix Skipper.
Or Suicide. Yeah, Elix Skipper, that was the cage.
Yeah.
So when he ran across the cage and did the
did the
Hurricane
Hurricane-
Rana, that was Triple X.
That was- what
that
was
was
it- what's that
low-key
match?
Chris Daniels and Elix Skipper were in a Triple X.
Triple X.
And against
Fucking
America's Most Wanted, which was
Well, yeah, I think we covered we didn't.
Chris Harris and James Storm.
And it's
We didn't cover fucking hardly anything, but
I
this,
know,
is,
but
this
sure-
is exactly what we do when we don't come.
we never did a coal miner's glove match.
Well, that's kind of like on a pole match, isn't it?
Kind of,
Like
yeah.
a nightstick on a pole, you have fucking nails and...
Here's the worst one ever. Remember the Undertaker and Big Boss Man with the cell and the cage and the dogs?
No, you're getting that wrong. So it's actually the Kennel from Hell match you're thinking of with Al Snow.
Sorry.
Undertaker and Big Bossman had a Hell in a Cell.
The worst Hell in a Cell match ever.
WrestleMania 15. And he hung him at the end
Boss
of it.
Man, yeah.
Maybe that's the last bizarre episode. I was just looking at Bossman's run.
Actually, that run is fucking
Fucking
bizarre.
it's epic.
Because you had the Al Snow shit, you had the Big Show shit,
and
and
then
you had
you
the
got hung.
Undertaker shit.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, do that.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, no, you're talking a year and a half or shit
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm saying.
Um,
I'm on the next
yeah, the Kennel from Hell match. Because the dogs just hung around and started shitting themselves. They're
everywhere,
excited.
Because he fed Al Snow
His dog. And, yeah. Oh my God, that was atrocious. The
Blindfold
Punjabi
matches.
prison match.
Punjabi prison match can get fucked.
You can't see it.
No. And
Blindfold match. Sorry now. Are you going to say that Rick Martel and Jake Roberts match?
I just don't like blindfold matches.
I love that. I low-key love that match. That match is hilarious. Because Rick Martel his performance is so good in it. Rick Martel, for a guy who in the 80s was like a top tier fucking worker, he was also so good at playing a crappy douche as well.
He also had he had a nice run in WCW for a bit as well.
Oh, fuck he did, yeah.
In '96 or something.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, what? Rick Martel?
Yeah. But if you go back and look at Rick Martel from like AWA and stuff, that guy could fucking go.
That's like 10
years. I know, but with the fact he came along in '96 WCW and you're like, wait a minute, he can go. It's like
Still.
Yeah, still go like. But I got to be honest, that blindfold match I kind of like.
First blood match with Kane and Stone Cold.
Ruined the step night one.
You're like, Kane, like, you can't see him bleeding.
Yeah, like it's
He's
like
just wearing a full bodysuit.
this is the dumbest match I've ever seen. Such a dumbass match. And Kane lost the title the next night.
Yeah.
I think he lost it the next night.
On Raw, yeah.
On Raw, yeah. We had 1 day title run. Fucking stupid.
King of the Stips.
What wrestler?
Yeah, like say ladder match. You'd probably some people might say Jeff Hardy or something. I think Christian's really good at ladder matches.
Christian's fucking sneaky good at ladder matches.
Just the way you take a monkey flip onto a ladder.
Yeah.
It's class.
I think if you're saying a king of the ladder match, it probably has to be Jeff Hardy. Is there anyone more synonymous with the stip than him? Probably not.
No. Hell in a Cell, Triple H likes to think it's him.
It's Undertaker, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, the king of it is Mick Foley. He made the fucking thing. But the way
He was only in 2 though.
I know, but the way the book, but he's in the best 2.
Yeah.
and he's the best person in both of those.
Yeah.
He is the two
I guess
greatest.
Triple H, and no wonder Triple H and Undertaker are associated with the Hell in a Cell so much
Because they had Mick
because they had
Foley.
Mick Foley as the fucking
As their fall guy.
Yeah.
Like, Mick Foley is the best gimmick match wrestler
like when
ever.
you have Undertaker and Triple H at WrestleMania 28 in the Hell in a Cell. And no Mick Foley.
No Mick Foley. No, there's no Mick Foley in there to save that. You'd probably have, for sure, like, if you're talking all-time gimmick matches, like, it's probably Mick Foley. Like, has across everything, death matches, fucking...
Yeah, but like you don't associate him with ladder matches.
No.
I Quit match, yeah.
Yeah, he is the best one of them.
Hardcore, yeah. Even like cage match, he has some banger cage matches.
He has some banger cage matches in the old blue cage.
Yeah, SummerSlam, fucking... He has Valentine's Day Massacre, he's just against The Rock. The cage match on that one is
Vince and Austin, yeah.
which is a cool finish. Sunday Night Heat, halftime
The empty
Heat.
arena match.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that.
I hate the finish.
I looked the camera angle. We spoke about that and all the camera angles and all being weird, but it's actually kind of up to that point and enjoyable.
Do you think WWE will ever do barbed wire matches?
No.
No?
No.
Too safe?
AW really need to do another exploding barbed wire death match.
Yeah.
They have to. You need to wash that taste out of your mouth, like.
Yeah, so some of those death matches can leave a lot to be desired.
Like those like Onita ones in FMW and that.
No, just CZW shit and Tournament to Death.
Yeah.
I like the idea of a Tournament to Death though. I think it's fun. But
It's the ultimate grueler, like.
yeah, it just looks mental. Other gimmick matches though, no, I can't like Triple Threat is a fairly novel idea of a gimmick match.
I think they should fucking, if they really want to get triple threats like feel legit again, they need to start doing disqualifications.
Yeah.
This no DQ shit is crap.
But who wins? Oh, you just get eliminated from the match.
You're gone. You've cheated now, you're gone.
Yeah.
It's down, it's a 1v1.
That's a good idea. But I think the evolution of it, like, I think, say, ladder matches, I think as an evolution of a ladder match is that you can only go for the title after you pin someone.
Like what Texas Deathmatch is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The count only starts after a pin.
After a pin, yeah.
But, like, you can only go to the title after you pin someone. And if you get pinned, you can, like, if you had earned the right to go for the title, if you get pinned... No, sorry. If you go for the title and you get pinned after it, you're knocked out of the match. So it's a real tactical thing.
Okay, yeah, you're introducing some psychology.
Yeah, you might be like, you kind of have to go, when you say, so it takes out this fucking...
the
slow climb. And so, like, you set up the ladder and you're like, oh shit, should I go for it now? And then if you make your first step,
the Bandito or the Brodito tag one with Brian Danielson going, why don't you just go for the belt?
Yeah. But like, go for the...
If there's a reason to stop you from going for the belt, it takes all that out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Bandito, he can't go for the belt, he didn't get the pin.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
He hasn't pinned
something
someone
like coming up with a way like that. And there's jeopardy involved. If you decide to go for that belt, you can actually be eliminated from the match.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, a fun...
You really have to...
Yeah, there's a tactic involved.
Yeah, but it actually protects the match a bit.
Yeah. I think Royal Rumble, let tag teams come in together.
I would... OTT doing that is brilliant.
Yeah, especially with the roster size.
Yeah.
Just let tag teams come in together.
Very funny.
Give us a World War III.
You could do all sorts of
Give
cool
us a
stuff.
60-man battle royal in 3 rings.
No, fuck off.
Add 8 rings.
Do you know what that one that AEW did? I liked it where they had when they used to do it whenever they had the 2 rings set up for war games, where they'd have a battle royale in each ring, and then the winners would have to get into one ring and face each other.
Yeah.
So whoever won each one, I was like, that's a novel idea considering you already got 2 rings set up.
Yeah.
I like when companies do that kind of stuff, but I just think in the gimmick match market has been massively oversaturated across the board. Everyone needs to just pare it down to the essentials and do a fucking...
Bring back championship scramble matches where Brian Kendrick won the title for a while.
Every time. Brian Kendrick is the master of the scramble.
Brian Kendrick.
Yeah, but if you go back to early Ring of Honor, if there's a scramble match, because every Ring of Honor in the early days had a scramble match, Brian Kendrick was probably in the scramble match. But I think you just
Iron Man matches.
They've rarely worked, but there has been some good ones. Yeah, the problem there is
half an hour Iron Man matches work.
They do and they don't. Like, it's like a thing of The first 25 minutes of the match never feel like they matter.
Yeah.
Because there's no jeopardy.
Well, I like Brock and Angle. They had a good Iron Man.
They had a great one. And
Daniel Bryan and
MJF.
Yeah.
That was fucking incredible.
It just seems like a dick swinging concert going, I can go an hour.
Well, that's Danielson all over. Do you remember when he came in first and he did the hour draw with Hangman?
Yeah.
And like Hangman's outside, his hair is everywhere. He looks fucked, and Danielson's just in the ring doing jumping jacks like 52 minutes in. Like I'd say he could just wrestle for hours. Like,
yeah.
But I just think there's a lack of jeopardy in Iron Man matches, and same with 2 out of 3 falls matches.
But I like 3 stages of hell.
I like that
which
too.
Which is an evolution of 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, and multiple other gimmicks.
Or like the 2 out of 3 falls where you had the 2 titles on the line.
Of course, they had Triple H beat Austin and fucking.
No, but I'm done. The 2 out of 3 falls where you had the European and Intercontinental title.
Oh yeah, what was that? That was that was a triple threat.
Jericho and Angle.
Was that
Angle was the champ?
No, that was only 2.
Wasn't he?
Was 2 falls. It wasn't 2 out of 3.
Oh yeah,
a different person could win each fall. Yeah. And who was it? Jericho left with no title, was it?
I thought it was Angle that left with no title.
Maybe it was Angle. That was a lot of fun actually, but it was just a little bit too short.
Clever though.
It was clever, very clever.
Yeah. That's it.
We should have a hair versus hair match.
You should do the Angle thing where you know that you're going bald, so you purposely lose.
Yeah. I would like that. Would be
Nice.
I'll grow up my hair. And
so you're gonna lose to me.
Yeah.
Nice one.
I'll put you over. Don't you worry.
Thanks. TEM, you gonna put Frankie Vendetta over now that you have his trading card?
Frankie Vendetta is actually wrestling All Elite Morro on this week's one.
Oh, no way.
It's cost cutting measure. I'm booking myself on the show.
Are you what?
I'm putting myself in a match.
You fucking Vince Russo on.
I'm putting myself in a match against Frankie Vendetta.
Oh my god.
You don't realise the financial.
I do. I understand. That's what I'm saying. You're local to global. All that work on that database you did.
I know, and it could be over. Like,
could be over. I think
I
it will
literally
be.
have 6 months. I got an email saying I have 6 months to set the company. Like,
yeah.
So I have one show with 6 wrestlers on it, including myself, because my payment already is factored in.
You know what you should do? Just do one show an episode.
Drag it out.
Drag the fuck. And then go through, like, this is what OTT booked this week. This is what they
go
booked.
through, use everyone else's content to flesh out my own.
You need to. You're flying through it now. You're in like 2034.
I know, I'm in 2027. Yeah. I'm in May 2027. The next week's episode goes up as far as June 2027.
Yeah, if you had 4 shows a week, I think you're burning through it now. You're going to have to start.
Well, I did 4 last week.
No, but I mean like 4 in a month. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, it'll get to that point.
Oh, sure it will.
If I don't go bankrupt.
Sure it will.
Fucking going bankrupt.
What's your favourite gimmick match? Let us know in the comments below. Say hello.
It's
what is yours?
Mine is Dog Collar.
Dog Collar, yeah. This has been a Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. Please like, subscribe, comment below. Check out the other stuff on the channel. We have the Bazaars. He does stuff.
All Elite Morrow Monday nights 7:30. Total Extreme Morrow Fridays 12:30. Just in time for your lunchtime break on a Friday. Sit down, have a cup of coffee, eat a chicken fillet roll, maybe a packet of crisps on the side, or if you're so inclined, have 2 sausage rolls, watch All Elite Morrow, book some wrestling, and have Nightmare with his finances.
Yeah, I'm on my last episode of my Bazaars. Thank fucking.
You're delighted with that.
Oh man!
So what are you going to do to replace it? Something even more labour intensive?
No, nothing. I'm just going to take a break.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I want to build up a bank of like 10 of, which is what I was meant to do this time.
Yeah, but you could just you got excited and put
I get
them out.
excited. The second I finish, I'm like, right, boom,
That's
done,
gone
out in the world. I don't have to think about it anymore.
Yeah, no, I'll finish a video and I let it release in 5 days' time at the intended slot.
Can't. Sometimes I even release your video for you.
When you did that last week, yeah. He's like, I put it out there. I was like, well, okay.
It's been a Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show. I'm the big beefy boy, Shaz Beef. This is my fellow bucket bar. Chat to you on the next one. Stay safe, stay sane, all that kind of stuff. Good luck.